Hi everyone and welcome back to the course. In this video, I will teach you how to manage your Docker containers and we'll elaborate more on some of the key Docker commands that will help you manage your containers. So here I have opened a terminal and Docker with a few ng-inx containers from the previous videos. You can open those by simply typing docker create ng-inx. So we already learned that Docker Hub can provide you a new organization with a good host and deliver images to you. You can configure Docker Hub repositories in two ways: repositories, which allow you to upload and update the images, and this will allow you to configure GitHub or Bitbucket account that triggers reconstruction of image when any changes have been made to the repository. But when getting packages, you always want to keep the things simple. So for example, if you would like to create a new container from image that you don't have, let's say that you want to create a new container that will run the Python engine. So what you can do is simply writing docker search Python. Okay, and actually let me make our terminal a bit bigger so you can see. Here you will be able to see all images that are somehow related to Python. Another way in which you can search for images is from the Docker Hub, and you can simply type here Python, and then you will find Python images right here. And so from here you can simply download the Python image and then run it. There is another actually very simple way to get the images that you like, and you actually don't need to download them necessarily. You can simply type docker run -t-i, where -t means that you're creating a terminal device, while -i flag specifies that the terminal session would be interactive. Then you can type the image that you want to run, Python, and then write bin bash in order to access the Python shell. So obviously, as I said, we don't have currently installed in our device the Python image, so running it would normally make no sense, right? However, when you execute this command, Docker automatically finds that you don't have the Python image locally, so it will download it for you and run the container. So let's do that. So as you can see, we got a message that we're unable to find Python locally, and now we're downloading all the commits, all the last commits of Python. So some of them would take not much time. Some files are a little higher. As you can see, this one is 189 megabytes, so it will take some time until it downloads. But once this is done, you see that I will open the Docker graphical user interface and you have the container there. So you can see that here, now we're running Python. So with one command, we not only downloaded the Python image, but we also run an instance of that image into the container. So I will leave this container running and I will exit it from here, from the terminal. So when we do exit, as you can see, now this is exited. And there's also another way to create a container, and this is when we're using the -d command or the detach command. This allows you to execute the container in background mode. The detach option allows you to indicate that it runs in the background as a daemon process. So if I write docker run --detach, alternatively you can also type -d -ti -name. So we're gonna name this one Python 2, and then let's define the image. So Python latest -bin -bash, so we activate the shell. So let's run that and see what happens. And you can see that here we created a process. We didn't go directly into the shell because now our process runs in the background, but you simply got the process ID right here. So now, as you can see, you have one container that is running, and I'll also activate the other Python version that we have, and I will also activate one of the ng-inx containers. Okay, so now we have three microservice applications that are currently running. Now, if I go back to the terminal and I want to check that images or that containers actually that are running, firstly you can do docker, okay, inspect, and then you need to find the image. So in order to get the ID of the image, you can do docker images, and then let's do docker inspect, and then let's check our Python image. Okay, and you can basically see all the dependencies. Actually, from the previous video, you should already be aware how to use the inspect options. So you can inspect the containers and the images by ID, as you just saw. And so this command is quite useful. We can also check the packages that are installed in the Docker container. For example, we can use the dpkg command to check the packages installed in the Docker container. We first need to find the ID of the containers that we're running. So for example, if I do docker exec, and then let's find the ID or the container name. For example, let's copy the ID of this container, Python 2. Okay, let's paste it here, and then let's do dpkg -1. Okay, actually we need to write -l instead of -1, so let's do that. And yes, we got it, guys. So here what you can see are all the packages involved in creating our Python container. So if you need to check the different packages that are building a particular container, you can see there are quite a lot when building Python. You can definitely use this command in order to check all the libraries, dependencies, and so on and so on. So this is the easiest way, guys, to manage your packages and to check the information related to them. Thanks for watching, and in the next video we will talk about how you can optimize your Docker images.